going to do 10,000 ounces this year.
Parker Schnabel has always been known for his ambition, relentless work ethic, and an uncanny ability to sniff out gold-rich ground. From a young age, he stepped into the mining world with a determination that few could match, turning his family's modest operation into one of the most successful outfits in gold rush history. However, his latest find, an ancient, abandoned gold mine hidden deep in the wilderness, might just be his most extraordinary discovery yet. If the rumors surrounding the site are true, this could be the moment that redefines his entire mining career. While scouring new territories for potential claims, Parker and his team stumbled upon a site that had been untouched for centuries. Unlike most old mines that had long since been stripped of their riches, this one showed signs of unimaginable wealth. Veins of gold glinted in the dim light, embedded in rock that had barely been disturbed. The structure of the mine, though aged, suggested that whoever had operated it before was highly skilled. It wasn't the remnants of a reckless gold rush stampede, it was something far more methodical, almost like a lost treasure map waiting to be decoded. Without hesitation, Parker laid claim to the site, eager to explore its depths and uncover its secrets. But the more they dug, the more mysterious it became. Why had the original miners abandoned such a promising location? Was there something hidden beneath the surface that even they couldn't handle? This discovery came at a time when Parker was already making some of the biggest financial moves of his career. His recent $15 million purchase of Dominion Creek had been a bold, high-stakes decision that left no room for failure. With a massive crew and skyrocketing operational costs, he needed ground that could produce at an unprecedented level. "We're not a lean and mean little nimble crew or anything like that," Parker admitted in an interview. "We need a lot of ground, and we need a lot of ounces out of the ground to stay afloat, because we're a big operation. And my number one concern was, we built this really good crew, and I didn't want to have to break that up. That was my biggest fear." The pressure was immense, but Dominion Creek was already proving its worth. In just 6 months, his first major excavation, the so-called Money Pit, yielded a staggering 7,381.1 ounces of gold. Though physically less than his haul from Season 9, the value of the findings nearly matched the $15 million he had invested, making the purchase seem like a stroke of genius. But Dominion Creek was just the beginning. If the estimates were correct, there could be as much as $160 million in gold buried within its vast expanse. And now, with this newly discovered abandoned mine in play, Parker's fortunes might be on the verge of something even greater. As Parker and his team began assessing the mine's potential, something immediately stood out: the gold was pristine. Unlike the nuggets found in older mining sites, which often bore signs of mercury contamination and outdated techniques, this gold was clean, untouched by human interference for what seemed like centuries. Even more astonishingly, within just a few hours of test digging, the team had already collected over 100 grams of gold. This was an unheard-of yield, far surpassing the typical results in the Yukon. Additionally, the site's conditions were far more favorable than Parker's usual operations. Unlike the Yukon's frozen permafrost, which required extensive and costly thawing efforts, the ground here was easy to work with. There was no need for massive dozers and industrial-scale equipment, just simple, efficient mining. It was almost too good to be true. And then, things took an even more dramatic turn. Parker wasn't the only one with his eyes set on untapped riches. Nearby, another miner named Kano had been working tirelessly on a 150-foot excavation, hoping to strike it big at bedrock, the layer where gold is most concentrated. But Kano's operation was running on borrowed time and money. He had poured tens of thousands of dollars into the site, stretching his resources to the limit in a last-ditch effort to secure a life-changing payday. If he failed, he would be financially ruined. Parker knew this struggle all too well. He had faced similar high-risk moments in his own career, where everything seemed to teeter on the edge of success and disaster. He couldn't help but respect Kano's unwavering determination. Gold mining wasn't just about wealth, it was about perseverance, the unshakable belief that one good strike could change everything. But as Parker's team pressed forward, they realized that uncovering this mine's true potential wouldn't be easy. The ancient river channels they were following proved to be unpredictable, shifting the bedrock in unexpected directions. It was like hunting for treasure with only half a map, each turn bringing new challenges. The days dragged on, and the tension mounted. The ground was unstable, the machinery wasn't foolproof, and every passing moment felt like an eternity. If they failed to hit gold soon, all their work would be for nothing. But Parker had a gut feeling. Something about this place was different. There was an energy in the air, an unexplainable certainty that they were on the verge of something big. Then, after days of relentless effort, it happened. The team finally reached bedrock. The machines roared, dirt flew, and all eyes were locked on the excavation site. And then, gold. Not just a few specks, but a massive deposit gleaming beneath the surface. It was the kind of find that miners dream about, a discovery that could propel Parker's operation to new heights. As Parker and his team celebrated their victory, one thing became clear: this was just the beginning. The abandoned mine had kept its secrets for centuries, but now, its wealth was finally coming to light. With Dominion Creek already proving its worth and this new site promising untapped riches, Parker Schnabel's future in the gold mining world had never looked brighter. But with great fortune comes great challenges. The road ahead will be filled with obstacles, from unpredictable geology to intense competition. The question now is, can Parker and his team turn this legendary find into a sustainable operation? Or will the ghosts of the past reclaim their treasure once more? One thing is certain, this discovery could change everything. Parker Schnabel's rise to gold mining fame is a story of perseverance, risk-taking, and an unrelenting drive to succeed. Born on July 22, 1994, in Haines, Alaska, mining was practically in his DNA. His grandfather, John Schnabel, was the owner of the legendary Big Nugget Mine, where Parker was introduced to the world of mining before he could even read. By the time he was 5, he was already handling small tasks at the mine, and as a teenager, he was operating heavy machinery with the confidence of a seasoned pro. From Big Nugget to the Yukon, a bold leap of faith. After graduating high school, Parker faced a critical decision: pursue a college education or dedicate himself fully to mining. Unlike many of his peers, he opted for the latter, taking over Big Nugget Mine after his grandfather's retirement. The transition wasn't easy. He was leading a crew of miners who were significantly older and more experienced than him, but he quickly proved that his passion and knowledge were more than enough to earn their respect. Under his leadership, Big Nugget saw success, but Parker knew that if he wanted to achieve something bigger, he had to take a leap of faith. That leap came in the form of Gold Rush, the Discovery Channel series that turned him into a household name. The show not only documented his journey but also showcased his relentless work ethic and willingness to take massive risks. One of his boldest moves was taking his entire college fund and investing it in a new claim in the Yukon. It was a high-stakes gamble that could have ended in disaster, but instead, it paid off in ways he never imagined. The harsh realities of gold mining. Mining is a brutal business, and Parker has never shied away from discussing its challenges. The grueling hours, unpredictable conditions, and constant pressure to produce gold make it one of the toughest industries to survive in. Despite the difficulties, Parker credits his grandfather for instilling in him the perseverance needed to weather every storm. John Schnabel's wisdom and experience provided Parker with a solid foundation, and even after his passing, his influence remains a guiding force in Parker's career. However, Parker's dedication has come at a cost. His relentless pursuit of gold has often meant sacrificing personal relationships and a traditional social life. Unlike many young adults who spend their 20s traveling or partying, Parker has spent his youth managing multi-million-dollar mining operations and navigating the immense pressures of keeping his business afloat. His single-minded focus on success has made him one of the most respected figures in modern gold mining, but it hasn't left much room for anything else. Always evolving, Parker's commitment to innovation. Despite the challenges, Parker continues to push the boundaries of what's possible in gold mining. He invests in cutting-edge equipment and constantly seeks new ways to improve efficiency. For him, mining isn't just about striking gold, it's about building a lasting legacy. His latest major investment, Dominion Creek, is a testament to that ambition. Spending $15 million on a new claim was a massive risk, but early results suggest that it could be his most lucrative venture yet. With an estimated $160 million in gold still waiting to be unearthed, Parker's future in the industry looks brighter than ever. A legacy in the making. From his early days at Big Nugget to his record-breaking seasons in the Yukon, Parker Schnabel's journey is one defined by determination, resilience, and an insatiable hunger for success. Each season of Gold Rush brings new challenges and even bigger rewards, proving time and time again that in the world of gold mining, fortune truly favors the bold. As Parker continues to evolve and expand his operations, one thing remains certain: his story is far from over.